The Pacific stretches out like a shimmering blue canvas, waves crashing against the California coastline. It's a siren song, this view, promising to draw you in to sun-drenched days and endless possibilities. And it delivers. Southern California, a land of stark deserts and glamorous cities, holds a certain mystique. Join us as we explore the top 10 must-visit tourist locations in Southern California, from sun-soaked beaches to breathtaking national parks. We'll see our share of glitz and glamour, but we'll also uncover the hidden gems, the places where the soul of this state truly shines. Pack your bags and get your camera ready. We're diving headfirst into the heart of SoCal. First stop, Death Valley. Sound a little discouraging? Don't let the name fool you. It's a landscape of extremes, a scorching hot, bone-dry expanse that certainly earned its name in the past, and still could today, for those who don't respect it. But amidst the brutal beauty, there's a strange allure. You stand on Dante's View, the valley floor sprawling beneath you like a wrinkled, sun-baked canvas that reveals a panorama of desolation. Yet it's strangely captivating. And the silence, heavy and absolute, makes you feel like the last soul on Earth. Then there's Golden Canyon, a trail that snakes its way through towering, eroded cliffs. Hiking here is like stepping onto another planet, the sun beating down, the only sound your own breath and the crunch of gravel underfoot. A word to the wise, bring water, and lots of it. This ain't the place to skimp on hydration. And get here early. The parking lot fills up faster than you'll be filling your canteen at the end of a long, hot day. After exploring the extremes of desert heat, it's time to take a cruise on the Pacific Coast Highway, the wind whipping through our hair. The destination? Malibu, land of surf, sand, and celebrities. The Malibu Pier, stretching out into the ocean like a beckoning finger, is a good place to start. Watch the surfers carve up the waves, grab a fish taco, and try to spot somebody famous trying to blend in. They're terrible at it. But let's be honest, the real stars here are the beaches. Zuma, with its wide expanse of sand and crashing waves, is a classic. El Matador, tucked away at the bottom of a steep staircase, feels like a hidden cove. And Point Dume? Well, let's just say the view from the top is worth the hike. Just try not to step on any movie stars while you're soaking up the sun. They're as common here as grains of sand and twice as pretentious. A stone's throw from Malibu lies the Santa Monica Pier, a carnival by the sea, where the Ferris wheel kisses the sky. The scent of cotton candy and sunscreen hangs heavy in the air, and the screams of kids on roller coasters mingle with the cries of gulls. It's a sensory overload for sure, but in the best possible way. It's a place where you can indulge your inner child, chow down some amazing hot dogs, and pretend, just for a little while, that life is like you'd always hoped it would be. But there's a hint of nostalgia here, too. This pier has seen it all, from the golden age of Hollywood to the second decade of the 21st century. It's a living, breathing time capsule, a reminder that even in a city obsessed with the new and the shiny, some things stand the test of time. Just watch out for the seagulls. They're bolder than a Hollywood agent after 3 martinis. Hold on to your wallets, everyone, because we're heading to Rodeo Drive, a temple of consumerism where the air itself seems to whisper, spend, spend, spend. This is where the 1% come to flex their credit cards, and the rest of us come to gawk at the obscene prices. Strolling down Rodeo Drive is like stepping into the pages of a glossy magazine. Designer boutiques line the street, their windows filled with clothes more expensive than your car, shoes that cost more than your rent, and handbags more spendy than your college tuition. It's easy to scoff and roll your eyes at the excess of it all, but there's a certain fascination, too, in witnessing this level of opulence. It's a glimpse into a world most of us will never know, a world where money is no object and the pursuit of the perfect outfit is practically a religion. Just don't let the salespeople see you drooling. They can smell fear and a low credit score from a mile away. Now we journey to Hollywood, the land of starry-eyed dreams and Botoxed foreheads. We're here for the former, but let's be honest, you're bound to see a lot of the latter. The Hollywood Walk of Fame, that stretch of sidewalk immortalizing everyone who's ever been in a movie, is a must-see, if only for the sheer absurdity of it all. Look, there's Tom Cruise's star, and right next to it, someone you vaguely remember from that one sitcom in the 90s. It's a bizarre, surreal experience, like wandering through a fever dream fueled by popcorn and high hopes. But amidst the fading stars and costumed superheroes hustling for tips, there's still a glimmer of magic here. Stand on that corner, look up at the Hollywood sign perched on the hills, and you can almost feel the ghosts of legends past. Just avoid the side streets after dark, kid. This ain't a fairy tale, it's Hollywood, and things can get ugly faster than a botched facelift. Trading the manufactured glitz of Hollywood for the raw beauty of the desert, we arrive at Joshua Tree National Park. Forget palm trees and beaches. This is a landscape of stark beauty, a place where twisted Joshua trees stand sentinel against a backdrop of massive boulders and endless sky. It's a place that gets under your skin, a place where the silence speaks volumes and the vastness of the desert makes you feel small and insignificant in the best possible way. Hike to the top of a rock formation as the sun dips below the horizon, casting long shadows across the landscape, and you'll understand why they call it a spiritual experience. And the night sky? It's incredible. Head to 49 Palms Oasis for some of the best stargazing in the state. Just watch out for scorpions. They're less cuddly than they look. From the rugged wilderness, let's stop in at the desert oasis of Palm Springs, a playground for the rich and famous since the days of Hollywood's golden age. Think Frank Sinatra sipping martinis by the pool, Marilyn Monroe lounging in a cabana, and Dean Martin clowning it up. Palm Springs is a time warp, a place where mid-century modern architecture reigns supreme and the pace of life is as slow as a desert tortoise in July. Spend your days lounging by the pool, sipping cocktails, and pretending you're best friends with Bob Hope and Dinah Shore. But there's more to Palm Springs than just retro chic and poolside cocktails. Take a ride on the Palm Springs Aerial Tramway, soaring over the canyon to the top of Mount San Jacinto for breathtaking views of the Coachella Valley. And if you're feeling cultured, check out the Palm Springs Art Museum, home to a surprisingly impressive collection of modern and contemporary art. Just don't forget your sunscreen. This desert sun is no joke. For a little cool refreshment, we climb into the mountains, to Big Bear Lake, a year-round playground for outdoor enthusiasts. In the winter, it's all about hitting the slopes, but even when the snow melts, Big Bear has plenty to offer. Rent a boat and spend the day fishing for trout on the lake, surrounded by towering pine trees and the fresh mountain air. Or lace up your hiking boots and hit the trails, exploring the scenic beauty of the San Bernardino National Forest. But be warned, getting to Big Bear can be half the battle. The mountain roads are winding and treacherous, and traffic on the weekends can be a nightmare. Plan ahead, pack your patience, and remember, it's all part of the adventure. Just try not to get stuck behind someone driving a minivan at 20 miles an hour. It's more common than you'd think. Next stop, Catalina Island, a little slice of paradise just off the coast of Los Angeles. Hop on a ferry from Long Beach or San Pedro and sail across the sea to Avalon, the island's main town. Forget cars, folks. Avalon is best explored on foot, or better yet, rent a golf cart, which is the main form of transportation on the island. Cruise along the waterfront, past charming shops and restaurants, or head up into the hills for stunning views of the Pacific. And if you're feeling adventurous, there's plenty to keep you busy. Go scuba diving or snorkeling in the crystal clear waters, rent a kayak and explore the coastline, or take a hike to the top of Mount Orizaba, the island's highest peak. Just don't forget to bring your camera. This place is picture perfect, and maybe pack a little extra cash. Island prices tend to be a bit inflated. Last but not least, we arrive in San Diego, a city that knows how to do beach life right. Miles of golden sand, perfect waves, and a laid-back vibe that's impossible not to love. Spend your days soaking up the sun at Mission Bay, surfing the waves at Pacific Beach, or exploring the tide pools at La Jolla Cove. And when the sun goes down, head to the Gaslamp Quarter, San Diego's historic heart, for a night of dining, drinking, and maybe a little bit of dancing. History buffs won't want to miss the USS Midway Museum, a floating museum housed on a decommissioned aircraft carrier. And families will love the San Diego Zoo, home to over 3,700 animals from around the world. Just a word of advice, kids. Tijuana is just a hop, skip, and a border crossing away. It's tempting for sure, but trust me, stick to San Diego. Your liver will thank you. From the desert to the sea, Southern California offers a diverse range of experiences. We've climbed mountains, wandered through deserts, and strolled along beaches. We've rubbed shoulders with celebrities, dodged overpriced cocktails, and maybe even picked up a souvenir or two. Thanks for joining us on this journey through SoCal's top tourist spots. We've barely scratched the surface of what this vibrant, diverse state has to offer. So get out there, explore, and discover your own SoCal story. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more top 10 amazing places to explore.